Hello, and thanks for listening. So, who were the Calusas and how did they dominate South Florida for hundreds of years? Well, the Calusas were a tribe that lived in South Florida, and their capital, I guess, was near present day Fort Myers on the southwest coast. And the Calusas dominated that whole area from about 500 CE to the mid 1700s. One of the key differences between the Calusa and many other tribes was that the Calusa largely relied on eating fish, shellfish, and meat, and they did not rely on agriculture like growing corn for most of their food. Um, from this, during my research, I also found that the Calusas were generally considered taller than some of the people they encountered. For example, the average Calusa male was supposed to be about 5'8", and then the Aztecs, who feature in my book, were about 5'6" on the average, and the Spaniards were just 5'4". Um, Now, I'm not an expert on nutrition and how this works, but from this, I'm going to just assume that the Calusa may have been a bit taller because they had more protein in their diet. And then, so I've used that in my book to make my Calusa warriors seem a little more imposing and more intimidating and stronger and bigger than the people they encounter um, in my story. Um, so that's the where I get a lot of my ideas on who the Calusa were and what they were like. So coming episodes, I'll talk more about the Calusa and how they interacted with other tribes in the area. Before I go, I just want to mention one thing. If you click on my services tab on the main Substack page, you'll see that I've now got links to lesson plans and tutoring that I do, and even some merchandise with my logo in case you're interested. If you see anything there that you're curious about, just get in touch and I'll be happy to talk to you about that. Thanks for listening.